Hello, everybody. Good afternoon from Istanbul. It's FIBA EuroBasket 2017, and it's the Group D game between Great Britain and Serbia. Well, the fans just been treated to a come-from-behind win for Latvia over Russia to leave both of those teams at 3-1 in Group D, and we're getting ready to watch the second game of the day, and the Serbian fans have filed in to watch this one. There you see it, 84-69 over Russia. Russia kind of just fell apart in the second half. So Great Britain going for their first win against Serbia. Serbia trying to get their third win, and then later tonight a key matchup, probably the game of the day, between Turkey and Belgium. Here is how the standings are at the moment. Latvia on top of Russia and Serbia, but Serbia, if they get a win here, would leapfrog into first place ahead of Latvia with the goal differential tiebreaker. But all of those teams would have one more game to play. You could see that Great Britain down at the bottom and scratching and clawing and hoping that somehow, some way they can keep their hopes alive with a win today. Huge underdogs against Serbia, however. Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Istanbul. We're in the city where East meets West, and it's the Group D matchup at EuroBasket 2017 between Serbia and Great Britain. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Josh Davis. Hello, Josh.
Hey, how's it going, Jeff?
Funny to meet you here. We have a Serbia team that is coming off of an impressive win last night over Turkey, playing in front of a packed house. Today, obviously, will not have the same energy in the stands, but nevertheless, Serbia's going to be favorites to win this, judging from the past results.
Yeah, definitely an emotional win for Serbia. And, basically, are they going to have a down game after that big win yesterday, or are they going to use that momentum to carry them forward the rest of the way and kind of win out in this Group D action?
I'm sure that Coach Djordjevic is well aware. He was here watching yesterday how Great Britain turned a 29-point deficit against Latvia into a 5-point loss at the end. They actually gave themselves the faintest of hopes of tying or even winning the game at the end of regulation. They just ran out of time at the end and needed to play near perfect basketball, Great Britain. Probably their biggest chance of advancing in this competition was lost on opening night when they played Belgium, or rather opening afternoon. They lost to Belgium. They were up by 8 points in the third quarter, but couldn't beat Belgium. And here they are sitting at 0-3. They followed that up with a tough loss to Turkey and then Latvia.
And obviously, they take that momentum in that fourth quarter yesterday where they showed they could play some great basketball. Kyle Johnson really coming on, able to get stops, scored 34 points in that fourth quarter. Can they have that kind of performance for an extended period of time here against Serbia? It's going to be tough.
Okay, we're going to have the playing of the national anthems for both teams and have a pause in the commentary.
First, national anthem of Serbia, Sırbistan Ulusal Marşı.
And now Great Britain.
Coach Djordjevic and Coach Joe Prunty are saying hello, and of course Joe Prunty was really singing the praises yesterday of Serbia. He was asked about them as opponents, and he would have needed all night to talk about the many facets of their game that make them special. So we'll take a look. Here's Djordjevic. Quite a story since he's taken the helm. They're the referees. Georgios Porsanidis of Greece, Michael Whelan of Canada, and Mark Morozov of Bulgaria. And now we're going to run the auction, and I'm going to pass you the ball.
I appreciate that. Starting off with Serbia, again, traditionally such a strong basketball program for many, many years. Nothing different this year. A roster loaded with talent and also a lot of toughness on this team, led by the superstar Bogdan Bogdanovic. You know, hit some clutch shots yesterday against Turkey, but also got a lot of help from Miloslav Jevic, as well as Jovic, who has been playing a phenomenal floor game for the Serbs. He's definitely going to be starting alongside Bogdanovic. And then Vladimir Lucic, who, again, can do a little bit of everything for this team, will be in the front court with Brcevic and Kuzmic, the big man inside, a great defender and rebounder for the Serbian team. Meanwhile, on the other end, we see GB warming up here, led by their big guy Dan Clark, who's had some good stretches, struggled a little bit the last couple of games. Luke Nelson, we're going to see if he's healthy to go. He was a scratch yesterday, coach's decision, DNP. But we had a great performance from Kyle Johnson, maybe a little bit of a surprise there. You know, 18 points off the bench, a lot of that in the fourth quarter, just consistently hitting shots. So, you know, can they put together a complete game? And we see Luke Nelson in starting five alongside Teddy Okoreafor, who had 9 assists yesterday, Gareth Murray, and then Gabe Olaseni, who for me has been one of the great surprises of this tournament, the most efficient player, averaging a double-double, 3 straight double-doubles, and shooting 78% from the field while doing it. Went 9 for 10 yesterday from the field. And again, we know that he doesn't force bad shots. He knows exactly where he's supposed to be. Coach Prunty mentioned how you don't have to call plays for him. He's just the ideal kind of teammate, does all the dirty work. And the split screen today, Teddy Okoreafor. Yep. Averaging 8.7 rebounds and 6 assists per game for GB. Also playing heavy minutes, but Dragan Milosavljevic, a plus 32. So just really a difference maker off the bench for Coach Djordjevic.
And it really is interesting as you look at Alexander Djordjevic, or Sasha Djordjevic, as he's called, the former national team point guard of Yugoslavia, and obviously a lot of changes in that part of the world since they play Serbia, and they have been since EuroBasket 2009. And he is the coach, has been the coach since 2014.
Teddy spinning down for Dan right there. We get the shot.
Let's go, let's go. World Cup in Spain, and 2 years later, last summer, in fact, in Rio de Janeiro at the Olympics. So Nelson back in that starting lineup. And Gabe Olaseni, his efficiency rating is at 88. And Pau Gasol is at 54, interestingly. His efficiency rating per game, though, however, is at 29.3. And I guess that's how they come up with the #1 rating.
Not bad, though, huh? Gabe Olaseni, most efficient player of the EuroBasket 2017. They need him again to have that performance.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Istanbul, Turkey. It's the FIBA EuroBasket game between Great Britain and Serbia. Serbia wearing the red, and they've won the opening tip. And here they are with Bogdanovic coming right out and launching a three, and an offensive rebound just kind of falls right into the hands of Birčević. So this is not a team that needs second and third opportunities. And Luke Nelson goes up and catches it second time. Hands it off to Okareafor. Okareafor, the player we highlighted at the beginning of the game. 6 assists per game. And Olaseni had the ball knocked away by Lucic. And Birčević goes right at Olaseni. And Olaseni gets the rebound. Luke Nelson over to Okareafor, shot clock winding down. Olaseni rather puts up an air ball from the baseline.
You know, Serbia's going to be playing tough defense here throughout. Very defensive-minded lineup. Bogdanovic, obviously the offensive player for the team.
Lucic misses, and Dan Clark had his hands on the ball but couldn't control it. And this will eventually come home to roost if Britain give second and third chances to Serbia. It will eventually convert those opportunities. Jovic for three.
Again.
An offensive rebound from Lucic, tried to score with a putback, but missed. Nelson had the look, decides to drive in, and he misses everything.
Serbia starting 0 for 6.
And Great Britain putting up 2 air balls. So not a thing of beauty, really.
It's always interesting in these afternoon games, late afternoon games, especially coming after a big night game yesterday where the stands were packed. You know, how do you bring the energy? It has to come from within. Has to come from the squad, has to come from the bench as well.
And Kuzmic gets fouled by Nelson. There he is, watch this.
Picks up his first, the manager from the team is first. We've been handling the DJ Kuzmic, shooting 2.
Kuzmic makes the first one. So he starts most of the games, doesn't he? And seemed pretty settled. Of course, no Nikola Jokic this year in that low post. Taking the summer off to focus on his personal development.
Yeah, Kuzmic, again, known as a defensive-minded player, but any points he gives you is a plus. No question about that. I think he's going to Real Madrid next year.
Kuzmic. Look at the free throw shooting there early. And Luke Nelson puts up a 3. Bogdanovic with the rebound and looks up the floor. And Bogdanovic hands it off to Kuzmic again, turns, puts up a short one, but was short.
Already 3 rebounds for Gabe Olaseni.
This score could be a lot worse for GB, that's for sure.
Nice little pump fake and a strong
Nelson puts it up off the glass and ties it up. And now quickly to Lucic. And he missed with the alley-oop, and I don't think it's the start that Djordjevic envisioned. Okareafor left open, so he's going to put it up and give Great Britain the lead. Jovic from the arc. And he puts Serbia back in front. Well, his three-pointers have started to fall. His attempts, rather, have started to fall the last couple of games.
Seemed a little hesitant to shoot the 3 early on in the tournament, but really has come on, as you just said.
Now Dan Clark turns and scores.
He is not hesitant to shoot. Dan Clark, a beautiful stroke, especially considering his size. 2 meters and 8 centimeters, able to get the shot off with ease.
Came up through the Estudiantes de Madrid program in Spain. And quickly, the answer for Bogdanovic.
If you're GB right now, these shots are coming a little bit too easy for Serbia.
Dan Clark looks up at the shot clock and puts it up again, and that was short. Now Vircevic for three. Good! Serbia extend the lead to 10-6, and that was an assist. Chalk it up, you can see with that pass from Jovic.
That shot, Vircevic already surpassing his average for the tournament.
And Murray hits a three.
They really need that, Jeff, because he's been kind of inconsistent. Obviously, a wing player with the ability to hit the outside shot. Also in there for his rebounding and defense.
Bogdanovic, his attempt is no good. And Britain struggling to get a rebound. Kyle Johnson is going to come in with Andrew Lawrence. Luke Nelson also will go out with Murray. Jovic dumps it to Kuzmic, takes it back out. Now Jovic again for three, and just makes that twine tingle.
Serbia hasn't been lethal from three throughout this tournament, but 3 early threes in the first quarter.
Correa 4, up high. His pass eludes Dan Clark. Now the cross-court pass. Lazic in the game. He gets it to Kuzmic, and Kuzmic, or rather Dan Clark blocked Kuzmic. Andrew Lawrence hands it off to Olaseni, and he is blocked by Vircevic. But the Bulgarian referee Orzov says there's a foul.
See a nice little dump off from Andrew Lawrence. Quick reaction from Vircevic, but he gets called for a foul. Got him with the body.
Got him with the body. Yep.
Doesn't love it, but raises his hand. Agrees with the referee.
And Olaseni gets his first point of the game.
Olaseni, 20 points, around 20 points per game, over 11 rebounds, leading the tournament in rebounding as well.
Yeah, Kuzmic is going to Real Madrid. There's Vircevic. Misses. Now Bogdanovic, another one, and drills the three. They're gonna drop eventually.
Again, we saw it a lot last night. Offensive rebounds leading to wide open threes. And that's lethal for a GB team that's just really been struggling. Unless it's Olaseni, it seems like nobody else is able to collect the rebound.
Right?
Listen to
What
Coach
we're doing
Prunty.
right now is they don't feel us. They don't feel us. When we close out, we're closing out short every time. So their shots are as if we're not there. You've got to get to them. Then, as they go up to shoot it, we've said this since the beginning of camp.
You can hear Coach Prunty challenging him, just saying it's almost as if we're not there.
Right, they don't feel us was the direct line in terms of not having enough physical contact, especially on those closeouts on the shooters. You know, it's like a practice three right now for Serbia. See Bogdanovic able to line it up. And this shot is effortless. You know, he's already taken 3 threes, 5 points for Bogdanovic so far. Serbia bringing out a press full court here.
So Okarefor will find himself to be a busy man, as well as Lawrence. And it's going to be a token and a fall back now. Nice pass over to Kyle Johnson. Now Chara back out, and Okarefor the pump fake. Johnson, and good patience from Great Britain, but then Johnson missed a short jumper.
That's a good shot, though, for GB. Good ball movement, a nice mid-range jump shot. Prunty can't be too upset with that.
Alley-oop to Lazic, or rather just a pass inside, and now there was not a single red shirt under there, and Great Britain didn't rebound the ball. This has to be disappointing for the Brits. Look at that. Olaseni ran into a Chara. Bogdanovic open, and long rebound to him. Stimac in the game for Serbia, and here's Bogdanovic.
Nice block.
But continue to get opportunities, and now the lead is 18-11.
That's now 7 offensive rebounds already for Serbia.
Yep. Guduric is going to come in for Serbia, as well as Matchvan. Next dead ball. And Stimac draws the foul from Olaseni.
Number 25, Liberation manager Olaseni. Picks up his first.
Tough call on Olaseni, had his arm straight up, just slightly inclined, I guess, or declined.
Stimac is proven to be a, probably not the first guy on the roster when they put the team together, but seems to find his way into the team always.
Another strong rebound for Olaseni, his 6th in the first quarter.
8-point lead for Serbia.
Great seal.
But the foul will be on Stimac. That is 2 fouls on Serbia.
First personal foul, major foul, 13 seconds. Service ikinci takım foul.
Okarefor that time dribbled the ball off of, I think, Lazic's foot.
9 seconds on the shot clock. Hücum süresinin sona ermesine 9 saniye
It'll be Kyle Johnson to inbound it with 9 on the shot clock. Okarefor able to put it up and hit the 3 because Lazic fell down.
Nice break there for GP. Okarefor mentioned the fact he's played with a lot of these guys for a long time, since childhood. So there is that familiarity for GB. Hasn't led to a win yet so far.
Mitsic passes over to Guduric. And Stimac misses.
Good
And
defense and good box out.
good play from Achara, batting it over to Kyle Johnson. Inside to Olaseni. Hands it off to Achara, and no call. Good D from Serbia. Mitsic peels the defense on his back. And Stimac goes up. Over to Matchvan for 3. Good! And now the pass gets away over to Matchvine. Quick pass to Lazic. Micic and makes the three. They punish Great Britain with the turnover right at the end of the quarter.
Unforced turnover leads to a 6 3-point shot in the first quarter for Serbia. And again, too easy, especially with the game clock running down.
25-14, Serbia lead it after one.
Take a look at the stats here. Even though Serbia unable to finish inside the arc, 6 threes from the outside, which obviously has built this 11-point lead for them. Meanwhile, GB struggling to get defensive rebounds, giving way too many second chance opportunities to the Serbs. Gabe Olaseni hasn't been able to hit a field goal, but does have 2 free throws to go along with his 6 rebounds. We take a look at some of the highlights.
I think the one thing that's plagued, obviously, Great Britain all tournament long has been the defense. I mean, it's I think it's
just been too easy for teams.
Tonight it's been a lack of intensity, really, defensively. You know, time and time again you look up and the opposition scores 25 points in a quarter. They're on course for 100.
Yeah, teams are having big quarters.
And Prunty even said during the timeout, it's like, listen, they're shooting as if you're not even there. So at some point the penny has to drop. And, you know, if in fact, you know, maybe Great Britain can pick it up here.
Well, you see Eric Boateng coming in. Maybe he can bring up some intensity.
As well as Boban Marjanovic. So now Lawrence ends up with Kyle Johnson, and he hits a three.
Now Johnson hitting another outside shot. He's been hitting them consistently these last couple quarters now.
Here's Marjanovic. Hasn't quite been the offensive threat I think that Serbia have envisioned. He's been good at times. And Matchvine hits a three. So Serbia now starting to throw in some three balls. They're now 7 of 13. Luke Nelson has to step back, put up a three. Good.
Tough shot by Luke Nelson. Heavily contested, fading away from a couple of just a meter beyond the arc.
Micic for three. Good. No defense.
The team's just exchanging threes now.
Well, the difference with Luke Nelson's three and with Micic's three is that Luke Nelson had to hit one with somebody right in his grill with a hand right in his face. Micic was wide open. Watch this. This is Nelson, the hand in the face. Milosav Levic right there. If he hits that, then you just tip your hat to him. But then at the other end, Micic, nobody was in 10 feet of him. Now Micic finds his way again. This time Luke Nelson goes flying at Matchvine, so a little bit better. And Nelson with a chance. And a little bit of a delayed whistle. Thought they were going to let him play from Wayland. Prunty asking him if he was going for the ball. Sorry, go ahead. Trying to get an unsportsmanlike.
And we've seen that called a few times.
Here's Dan Clark at the line.
Another tough shot for Dan Clark.
Micic for three. Boateng with the board. Looks like Great Britain's starting to get a little extra bounce in their step here. See if they can make some inroads into this deficit. Lawrence.
Thinking twice about going up against Marjanovic.
Lawrence drives in, and they get it to Nelson with a little bit of a runner, and that was good patience, using all 24 seconds. There was the Prunties. Did you see him looking on? The Prunty family?
So 7 points for Luke Nelson after missing yesterday's game, showing no signs of that bothering knee.
And the dump to Marjanovic, and he just turns and scores.
That's just basically a layup drill for Serbia. It's Kyle Johnson, no match for the 7-3 Marjanovic.
And Nelson goes all the way and draws the foul. So he attacks the basket. And that's the best thing he could do. Yep, Guduric playing in front of his coach next season. Zoko Radovic is here, the Fenerbahce coach, watching in the front row. We've got Matchman going out. And returning to the game is Birčević. First one is good. Nelson certainly has come out with a little bit more oomph in his game tonight.
Aggression has never been his problem. Been with the GB/England program for a number of years. Big West Conference Player of the Year last year for UC Irvine.
Boateng guarding, Icic is open, and they closed him down. Now into Marjanovic, 3 seconds. So the ball goes back over to Great Britain. Clark gets it to Boateng. And now pushed by Marjanovic. Well, we've seen a lot more good from bad than Boateng, that's for sure, in this tournament. The limited minutes that he's gotten.
Yeah, hasn't gotten heavy minutes, but had a great tip dunk yesterday. Couple key baskets. Always going to give you rebounding and defense. Obviously, the veteran at 31 years old. He said the most capped player in Team GB history.
Yep, he has become at this tournament. It was Andrew Sullivan. Now Dan Clark goes up and misses. Of course, Andrew Sullivan had a lot of caps with England before they formed Great Britain as a team ahead of the Olympics in 2012. And Marjanovic turns and scores.
He can get that shot off whenever he wants. A one-handed push shot. Nice pass.
Okorea 4 for 3. Good. Great Britain also taking and making some threes. They are 5 of 7, 71% from three-point range, and showing good patience. Not putting up bad shots. They're waiting to get the good shot. So Serbia called timeout, leading it by 8.
GB has been able to hit the outside shot throughout the tournament. They just haven't been able to put together enough stops.
That confirms it there, yeah. I mean, Serbia 8 of 16 themselves. What is it? Almost every game we see GB play, it's a three-point shootout.
I mean, it's great basketball to watch, to be honest with you, but obviously, as a coach, defense is usually your biggest priority. It's not cutting it right now.
But you go back to that first game that Prunty's team played here. See the points in the paint?
We got to make sure we get
going on there for either team. Great Britain and
going
Belgium just had one of the great shootouts really this EuroBasket for the first, I would say, 22 minutes or so.
And you see Dan Clark able to make that pass out of the post up. And he had 6 assists on that first day. Just really been forcing up a lot of shots over the last few days, last few games. So, you know, he has the scoring ability. No one's denying that. But when he's able to set up his teammates, especially when the defense focuses on him, it opens up so many other options for GB. Bogdanovic back in the game after a nice long rest. Serbia playing less than 24 hours ago in a crazy game against Turkey here in Istanbul.
Murray back in the game as well for Great Britain. Gulovic dumps it to Marjanovic. He hits a cutting Bercevic. That was a nice, well-constructed play.
Here, Boateng screaming for help. And as the help came, that left Bercevic wide open, cutting to the basket. Nice pass again from Luke Nelson.
And that's off in front of the rim from Okorea for no rebound for GB. Shot clock down to 10. Everybody outside the arc here for Serbia. And they find Guduric come in and score with the reverse layup.
Luke Nelson losing track of his man. They cut back door on that baseline. Caught ball watching there.
So Great Britain retreat to the bench. Let's try to listen to Coach Prunty.
It's that simple. Can't give them baskets. Don't double. Okay? Yeah. What's that? No, if he gets him deep, that's on him. That's what we're saying. You got to fight him early. Okay? You got to fight him early. If we do that, get him out.
Okay. Hey.
Look at the rebounding. I mean, that is incredible. 9 of Serbia's 19 rebounds are on the offensive glass.
And considering that GB has 10 defensive rebounds, so on 19 missed shots.
There you go. Just real quick, you got Dejan Tomasevic on the right, you've got Predrag Danilovic in the middle, and you got Zeljko Obradovic on the left. Three legends, that's right.
You can hear Coach Prunty saying, listen, don't double team. You have to fight him off early as the ball goes up looking for Marjanovic.
Not 3 legends, 3 greats.
Okay.
Although I'm sure in Serbia they would say legends.
Right, Serbian legends.
Well, Obradovic is a legend.
So Marjanovic might be able to take advantage of the one-on-one in the post.
You're a legend.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Jeff Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of FIBA.
You can pay me later. There's nothing better than covering international basketball, I'll tell you that right now. And Dan Clark is fouled by Bercevic shooting a jump shot. And, that's why it's going to be so exciting when all these teams get together in November and start playing the World Cup qualifiers. And that's something else that you need to bear in mind. You know, if you're watching this game, for example, back in Great Britain, this isn't going to be the last that you're going to see of this Great Britain team. You know, they're going to be playing some ball in November, February, June.
Those upcoming international windows, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to follow this team as they grow.
And the great thing is you'll be able to watch them at home.
Finally. Honestly.
It's been a long time, you know, for a meaningful game. I think not since 2003. And, well, no, they did have the EuroBasket qualifiers.
And the Olympics, technically. So.
Yeah, they did. So,
but you were there.
That argument goes out the window.
You were there.
Yes. Oh, look at Sergei Bazarevic and Bikov. Now, are they discussing something basketball related, you think? Or?
Well, Bazarevic, you never know. Great personality.
He is. He's my favorite coach here, I think. Yep, Marjanovic misses that one. Okorea 4. Dan Clark, and short. Good hustle from Jovic, but Boateng got to the ball. And Murray got it. How about that from the Scot?
And again, first offensive rebound for GB, and at least a wide open 3 for Gareth Murray.
You know, from an offensive standpoint from GB, they play some good basketball. It's perimeter based. This is where they've got to get it done. As you know, they like to say, they got to guard somebody. Boateng picks up his first. So he will come out, and Olaseni will come back in. Matchman comes back in as well. Here's a look at Marjanovic causing problems down low, but I'd be surprised if we didn't see Boateng again in the second half. There, you could hear the crowd shouting out seconds for Marjanovic being in the lane, trying to help the referee make that call. Trying to do anything they can to unsettle things, just try to help their team. So it's a 7-point game. Here's an opportunity for GB. Clark spins, puts it up, and scores right. A little bit of a facial action there from Matchman. Clark went right at him. 6 points.
Clark getting into a little bit of a rhythm here in the second quarter, helping GB cut into that 12-point deficit.
Now it's back to a 5-point game. And Djordjevic hasn't been hot under the collar yet, but I'm just wondering if he might start getting a little hot. No, he is cool, calm, and collected. So that tells me that he's not too worried right now. But Great Britain, 34 points. Okay, well, looks like he was getting a little bit hot there.
Long rebounds, run.
Let's listen to
They
Coach
go to
Prunty.
the same possession we had last time. Floppy cross. Most likely with the lineup, they will switch. So go into the pick and roll unless you got deep position. And you know it's floppy cross. You're just coming to get Dan out.
You hear Prunty there saying you expect the switch to come in that pick and roll, and that's exactly what they want, so they can take advantage of the switch. So we'll see if Serbia lives up to that expectation.
This is where Great Britain need to come out breathing fire over the last 3 minutes, though. They've got it back to within 5. Look at Prunty. He likes the comeback, the composure.
See the press here.
So take some time off the clock. Matchman over to, here we go. Jovic now. Stimats to pick Jovic into the lane. They get it back, and Stimats can't hold on to it. Olaseni picks it up. And now Lawrence takes the contact, draws. I mean,
he has not been able to get that call.
Yeah, that's good defense. I mean, you know, he's trying to get it. He's not going to get it. This is international basketball. And Bogdanovic goes right down the lane and scores with ease. Back up to a 7-point lead.
He always looks under control. Never goes too fast. It's a smooth score.
Speaking of Lawrence, he has yet to score tonight. Into Olaseni. And Olaseni goes up with the left hand, and I think he forced that one a little bit. And now up ahead.
Out.
And that is an easy one.
Unforgivable if you're GB.
Okafor, beautiful pass. Okafor, excuse me, to Murray. Remember Emeka Okafor played played for the USA at the 2004 Olympics.
Indeed. The number 2 pick after Dwight Howard.
That's good memory. Nice break for Great Britain now. They can get it back to within 5.
Nice
alley-oop pass! How about that? Gabe Olaseni with a two-handed rim rocker.
We see you, Gabe. Lovely pass, too, from Okafor. And it cuts it down to 5 in the last minute here. It's almost like Serbia's going through the motions.
Entry pass to Stimats.
No inside presence defensively.
Serbia do not want to lose this game in pursuit of first place in the group, that's for sure. Now Murray from the corner hits the side of the backboard. And Jovic tries to go up, and Great Britain should just, if I were Coach Prunty, I would pull him over and spike him. I mean, that was ridiculous. Now Okorea 4.
Another turnover. Bogdanovic, long distance, no good.
Well, Great Britain are, you know, again, phases of the game are there, but again, lapses are very costly.
Great
Look at
word.
this.
Nice lob, though, from Okorea 4 to Olaseni. Throws it down with authority.
But again, here we go. So that is, I think, the highlight for Great Britain.
Serbia, 8 threes, only 2 turnovers, and an absolute dominating rebound.
47-38. Serbia on top at the break. Numbers-wise, Josh.
Yeah, again, Serbia didn't have the quickest start. Obviously 0 for 8 in that first quarter. But then have really picked it up as they've been getting such easy baskets in transition and off drive and dump-offs. 16 assists already on their 18 field goals. Phenomenal ball movement from the Serbs. And only 4 fouls for GB, which is actually a stat I want to highlight because it just displays a lack of aggression defensively, making things way too easy for Serbia.
Yeah, and you know, what was it, down to 5? They gave away 2 cheap baskets right at the end of the first half. I mean, you know, again, Serbia go to 47 points. Okay, Great Britain are there at 9, but at what point are you going to get a stop, a key stop that you need?
Yeah, these might have been the easiest 47 points that Serbia's had in a half.
And you hate to talk like that because you want to stress the good that GB do, and they do have some good things that they do offensively.
Yeah,
but
we
until
see
you
that.
can stop the other team from scoring, you're not going to win games.
And you also know that Serbia has another gear they can go to if this game does indeed get close or stay close in the second half.
So we're at halftime, 47-38, Serbia on top of Great Britain. We'll be right back. Well, Sasa Djordjevic is kind of sitting back, chilling out. His team getting closer to what would appear to be a third win. And they got some work to do. Only up 9 points, but it's a comfortable 9 points here against Great Britain at halftime. Any thoughts from that first half from you, Josh?
Yeah, obviously GB, should be in full desperation mode, and you would expect that desperation to translate to high intensity. Just hasn't been the case, especially on the defensive side of the ball. That being said, they haven't been able to knock down the three-point shot, 6 for 11, so there's been the focus there. But just giving up too many easy opportunities to Serbia, and then also too many offensive rebounds. And as we mentioned right before halftime, Serbia, like you said, is almost in chill mode, and to be able to score 47 points when you're in chill mode at a European tournament it's tough.
Another interesting game going on right now, Croatia, Spain. That's the one that everybody's been waiting on in Cluj, which probably is the weakest of the groups, I would imagine. But these two are heavyweights. Croatia out to a fast start there. One of the game's first 6 points. Spain haven't scored yet, in fact. 3.5 minutes into that one. So Great Britain need to win this one to keep their slim hopes alive.
They're not tired right
in the
now, but they just want us to go away.
And from an intensity standpoint,
Stay
you got to get after them. But you go up against a basketball machine like Serbia. It's not easy, is it? In a way, you could say, if you want to keep them, don't get them too excited, Serbia, because if you really get them excited, they could really put up a big number on you. But on the other hand, this is basketball. You have to get after it.
Definitely. You can hear Coach Prunty right now in the huddle talking about they want us to go away. Don't go away. Stay in them. Be more aggressive. Be intense. Be tough. Make it hard.
I mean, my point that I'm talking about there is, if you remember yesterday, Latvia went away from them.
Right.
29 points. And then the rest of the game, Great Britain just kind of played. Latvia didn't think they would ever come back.
Yeah, it turned into a pickup game of sorts.
It did, yeah.
The intensity, a lot of free-flowing basketball, which, again, if there's no scoreboard, it's great to watch. Teams exchanging baskets left and right, and a lot of three-point shooting. But when you're playing with a lot of things on the line, in this case, a chance to advance to the next round, you don't want that kind of game. You want it to be hard every single possession. You want to earn every single basket. You want to make them earn every single basket.
Okay, second half action back and underway here. Serbia looking to extend that 9-point lead. They get it inside to Kuzmic, and he goes up strong with the left hand. So now Okarea 4, and Great Britain staring at an 11-point deficit. And Clark is on line, but a little bit short. Bircevic, that's going to be an air ball. I don't know if Clark got a hand on it. He was certainly close to him. Nelson. And his pass telegraphed, and it leads to an easy break. No, Jovic missed it, and Nelson hustled back to get the rebound.
Good transition defense there from Luke Nelson after the turnover.
Pass inside to Olaseni, and he gets it up and in. So the first points for GB here in the second half.
Olaseni able to finish on the basket with both hands just as effectively.
Pass, wide open shot, Jovic, and he banks it in. The bank is open. I don't think he called the bank, but maybe he did. He's hot today.
He is. 3 threes now for Jovic to go along with his 5 assists. He's been one of the leaders in that category throughout the tournament.
Been a shootout today. Look at that, 9 threes for Serbia, 6 for GB. Now another turnover, and Lucic. As well as Bogdanovic, and that is an easy one for Lucic.
Lovely pass from Bogdanovic.
Prunty calls a timeout.
Lead extends to 14 points. Again, what else can Joe Prunty say to his guys in these huddles?
Right now, we don't have the energy that it's going to take to win this game. Okay? So I can talk about X's and O's.
Assist to turnover ratio for both teams.
Protiv letonaca. Znači ideš, kuz vraćaš se, hop, vraćaš se kroz blok.
19 assists and 2
Hey,
turnovers.
swing, swing,
That
boom,
is
i
beautiful
vraćaš se.
basketball for Serbia.
Samo to,
9
gledajte,
threes.
čim
You
ti
heard
čim
Joe
se ovo,
Prunty said
samo
right
se
now we don't have
vrati
the energy
vrati blokadu
to win
dobro.
this game.
Dobro
And that's,
rješenje.
for anyone watching, it's just something very, very obvious. A lot of discouraged faces out there. You see that lovely pass of Bogdanovic to Lucic.
Bogdanovic, he feels right at home. This is where he's been playing his basketball of late for Fenerbahce. And he will be off to the NBA now for Sacramento.
And what a sign of respect last night after the Turkey game. Despite the Turkey fans witnessing their side going down, chance of Bogdan Bogdanovic after the final buzzer. He had to appreciate that.
And
Another
now,
steal.
just far too easy. Jovic this time says, I'm not missing.
That's how you finish strong at the basket. Jovic with a sneaky bounce.
Well, you'll see somebody come out of the game after that mistake. And it'll be Kyle Johnson coming in.
Another
and again,
steal.
Gareth Murray. And Bogdanovic.
You already know.
And drills the
You already
three.
knew it.
And they've just turned turnovers into points. Serbia said, we've had enough of this. Let's open this thing up. Correa 4 hits the short jumper. Points off turnovers. That doesn't seem right, does it? It seems like it would be more than that. 10 points off turnovers.
What's more concerning is that GB hasn't been able to get a single point off the turnovers.
Bogdanovic for three. Kuzma's putting the pressure on from behind. So it goes back over to GB. So Nelson's going to go out. Kyle Johnson back in. Almost a turnover. Kyle Johnson open.
Another leak out. Ooh,
And
good
Dan
block.
Clark got back and swatted him. Dan
Good
Clark's on
hustle.
the SWAT team tonight. And the reach and the foul, Mitic.
So GB obviously looking for energy. Why do you think they haven't gone to Ben Mockford yet? He's kind of been that guy for them. Hasn't been in the game.
Yeah, you're right.
You see Dan Clark showing a little bit of energy there defensively.
Seems like he would come in just a little. He gave, he started yesterday. One thing about Mockford is he works hard.
Yeah, he has been a bit of a spark plug. He can give you the outside shot as well.
Olaseni on the baseline. And that was too short, so might struggle to get his double-double tonight. Over to Mitic. And Mitic gets it over to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic steps back, and Olaseni with the board. Got 8 rebounds to go with his 6 points. Kyle Johnson, that stays out.
That's a tough one. And again, no fouls for Team GB in this third quarter.
Bogdanovic for 3. Correa 4 now.
Bogdanovic only 2 for 10 from the three-point stripe.
Foul before the shot. Well, Kyle Johnson got hot yesterday. Kieran Chara comes back in
and out. Johnson.
And Jack Luderich will be playing here next season. Fenerbahce. Matchfan and Stimats coming back in for Serbia. Correa 4. Takes it right in and goes right past Mitsic.
Strong take there from Teddy. He's got 12 points. Quietly putting together a decent performance. 4 turnovers, unfortunately.
Mitsic. Correa 4 goes behind his back. Britain trying to cut into that 15-point deficit. Nelson back in, hands it over to Chara. Chara open, he's going to take it. And Steve out to another board. And the pass to Mitsic. And Chara gets down, and Mitsic puts it up and draws the foul. Or Matchfan puts it up and draws the foul.
So even when the ball seems like it's going to GB, just can't get their hands on it. Falls right into Matchfan's lap, and he somehow gets to the free throw line.
First one is good for Matchfan. I guess you'd have to say that the leader of this Serbia team.
Yeah, definitely very intense player. Anytime a play is made, you can see his facial expression. It's like a combination of joy and anger at the same time. It's interesting.
The most recognizable, the most famous name would be Bogdanovic. You know, when the game's on the line, he's going to be getting the shots.
You see Moxford in now. Can he give this GB team a boost?
Kyle Johnson gets in, takes a touch shot, he gets the foul. He will go to the line.
Nice, strong move from Kyle Johnson, who's done most of his damage on the perimeter throughout the tournament. Showing an ability to get to the basket aggressively here. Draws the contact and finishes strong at the hoop.
Had just enough elevation to get rid of that ball, didn't he? No doubt about it. He's got a silky, smooth release. Nice stroke.
Plays over in Canada for the London Lightning. Nice pass.
Dimans goes up and scores with Olaseni right behind him. Another pass to Luke Nelson.
Tough. That would be a tough catch for anyone.
Yeah. There's Kalinic looking on, wishing he could have played this year, but the injury that he picked up forced him to sit out and watch. It's really a testament when you think about all the names missing for Serbia. They've come out, and it seems like they haven't really missed a beat. But you know, it's going to be a tough road to the medals for this team. No doubt about it. The tournament will get harder. Nelson drives in and draws the foul.
Yeah, Serbia obviously, without looking too far ahead, they're going to be matched up with, obviously depending on where they finish in this group. If they finish in the top 2, you're probably looking at Czech Republic, Hungary, or Montenegro. Those 3 teams with 4 points right now in Group C. So that matchup would be pretty okay for them.
Pretty favorable.
But after that, it gets way, way tougher. And I think this game actually could give them confidence. They've been able to knock down the three a little bit more consistently than they have in the last few games.
Yeah, we don't know, is it going to be Spain or Croatia that's going to finish first, but what we're pretty confident of is that they're going to be 1 and 2 from that, in that group. Lazic. 15-point lead for Serbia. GB needs a stop. And good hands, knocks it out of his hand. And Kyle Johnson runs past the foul from Guduric, and Kyle Johnson gets it back. Saw a little bit of daylight, so took the three. Down the three for Guduric. And Olaseni gets it and hands it off to Mockford. Whips the pass over to Johnson. Mockford's telling Nelson to come back closer so he can make the pass. See Darius Bertans looking on, watching the game. So even when these guys aren't playing, they're watching.
And Machvan with a hold there on Achara.
Number 6, Machvan. Second personal penalty, Kirkulanchara. Shooting 2. 2 serbiyesi dışında.
2 fouls on Machvan, and Achara has his first free throw go through. And the second as well. Machvan, now Guduric in the corner, is going to put it up, and the lefty makes it. That was a 2.
Jab step. Able to get Luke Nelson off balance. A strong jab step creates some separation to get that jump shot off. Oh. Another turnover for Luke Nelson.
How many is he got? 5th of the day. Murray will out. Yep, Murray will come in for him. And here was the jab step you were talking about.
It's great footwork and a lovely shot too. When you can do that without dribbling, it's good offense.
Dimac takes it back outside. Micic. Oh, got a little bit too unselfish, those two. Going to give it back to Micic. Put it away. Mockford. Here's Kyle Johnson, goes baseline and powers his way up.
Kyle Johnson knows that teams are going to close out hard on him, considering his jump shot. Showing an ability to, again, get to that basket.
Guduric hands it off. Oh, and
Get that out of here.
block party going on in there. Hosted by Gabe Olaseni.
You like it
required.
Nice elevation from Olaseni.
Guduric. Good D from Murray. 12-point game with 20.5 seconds remaining. And they really do have a knack for kind of hanging around, don't they, GB?
They can get it under 10 here. Leaves the door open once again. I mean, they came down back from 29.
Oh, that's a line, but it was short.
Another chance.
And that is good from Johnson. I'll tell you what, one thing right now, if I'm on the court, I get the ball to Johnson. I mean, he is scoring at will. Look at this. That's a tough shot.
He's in double figures now on 4 of 8 shooting. I think Serbia understands what's going on.
65-55. Serbia on top after 3. So both teams, you see their shooting percentages, the free throw shooting, excellent. I guess you could say that's helped GB. And is it possible, is it possible you think they can chip away? Do you think they have it within themselves to put any type of pressure on Serbia that might force some turnovers?
I definitely think so, honestly.
I just wonder if they've if Serbia now have left the door open here for an upset.
Well, you see how Serbia came out initially in the third quarter on fire, pushed the lead out to a pretty substantial, 19-point lead. But GB, with their outside shooting, also getting a few deflections, a couple of offensive rebounds, able to get it back to 10. We saw them win the fourth quarter by 24 yesterday. Granted, Latvia had a lot of their bench players in, but anything's possible in basketball.
But they forced them to bring back in their starters.
Exactly.
And they kept the pressure on. So it's they're playing for pride. And we'll see how much pride they've got here, how they can raise it and see how much Serbia want it. Mockford gets it over to Murray. Got to find Kyle Johnson wherever he is. Get it to him. He's got to move, though. He's got Bogdanovic on him, and it's going to be Murray.
That is
tries
not
to step in.
A good first possession.
He thinks he was fouled. Well, he's acting like it was a foul. If he was fouled, he would have been a. Yeah, absolutely.
GB, meanwhile, only 5 fouls in the game. We're in the fourth quarter now. 5 team fouls. So they're playing phenomenal defense. There we go. Lucic's been quiet. Only 2 points.
He hasn't really played, though, that much. Murray's still arguing his case. He comes out on Lucic. Still 10-point game.
Nice passing.
Beautiful play. Make it easy. Kuzmic.
Soft flush.
Kyle Johnson had some words with Predrag Danilovic as he ran past. I don't know what he said.
Bogdanovic now with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists in only 19 minutes. Here he comes in the breakaway.
And another easy one. Bogdanovic dunks it. It's almost an offense to move away the game throwing that kind of pass.
You can't have those turnovers with Lisa. Complete breakaways, no chance to get a chase down. Bogdanovic read it perfectly, got into the passing lane. Too easy for Serbia at times.
We all said it, okay? But now we're just running double. Just running double.
Just 12,
so if you go
but it's
this
also
way,
led to a number of points off turnovers,
okay,
also at 12.
Okay. Ciljate crno. Čist. Luđo, širi odmah, zato što su oni, čim je pick and roll, oni igraju u nekom dropu, odmah širi i odigraju. Okay?
See Bogdanovic. Ben Mockford looks back to the bench, almost disbelief.
So Bogdanovic now with the team high 12 points. And Teddy Okorefor also has 12. So those two are the leading scorers in the game.
I haven't seen much of Andrew Lawrence here today.
He hasn't played much, has he?
12 minutes.
Entry pass into Boateng. Goes up and had the extension, but not good enough for Micic. Britain would like to get some turnovers and fast breaks. Serbia, can they throw in another dagger? Or no, it's going to be Bogdanovic who just gets in and puts up the layup.
No resistance whatsoever there for Team GB on defense. And again, Serbia resting a lot of players. We haven't seen Marjanovic much. Milosavljevic has gotten pretty much a day off.
Chara hits 3. And gets it back to 13.
Good save in basket.
Olaseni and Kyle Johnson will be coming back. Dan Clark also coming back in. Krucevic coming back in for Serbia. Yeah, we haven't seen much of Jovic in the second half, in fact.
Again, a testament to Djordjevic's confidence in the rest of his team. Getting some quality fourth quarter minutes.
Micic with the little runner. Olaseni with the rebound. Okorefor is going to take it all the way and draw the foul. So he can go to 14 points if he makes these two. So France have beaten Poland 78-75. Poland still stuck on one win. And that group now becoming much clearer. Okorefor makes the first. Well, you still got, in fact, Poland and Greece at 1-2. Huge game. I'm guessing that Poland tonight, they'll be 1-3 after this defeat. They'll be pulling for Finland to beat Greece. Vucevic. And Olaseni, the rebound. And the drive and the miss. Vucevic with the board. Yes, so Greece and Poland will play in the last game. Now Micic drives in and draws the foul.
That would have been a nice finish, though, for Micic. Able to get to the other side and see the rotation on the ball. Just get on the backboard and give yourself a chance to get it in.
You have all sorts of permutations with what we do know now is that France have improved to 3-1, so they're behind Slovenia in Group A, who are 4-0. And then it's kind of muddled for third and fourth place. Although Finland, if they win tonight, they would also go to 3-1. Of course, they beat France, so they would go into second place, and France would fall into third. But I'm not sure how many people would have picked Greece to be scrapping right now with just one win in their first 3 games.
Yeah, they had a tough loss against Slovenia. Obviously had that lead in the fourth quarter. And Slovenia, one of only after today, going to be one of 2 teams undefeated in the tournament. Just showing once again the balance we have here in Europe.
Murray. Got an open look.
Serbia in complete control here. 13-point lead, 4th quarter.
Nice pass. It is indeed, and Stimac scores easily.
Micic hadn't played much before today, only averaging 5 minutes a game. Hasn't really had much of an impact on the tournament, but getting heavy minutes here today.
As you do in certain situations. You need to have a deep squad. And when you're big favorites going into a game, you gotta manage your personnel, and you also have to give him minutes so he's ready in case you do need him later in the tournament.
What a luxury to have so many talented guys to choose from. As Micic can come after 3 quiet games and give you 8 points here today. Nice cut.
And it's Johnson.
Obviously, that's legal.
Should have needs to make that. 15 points, and Serbia looking to lower the boom. Bogdanovic just kind of drifts over, and Bertovic just kind of lost control of it. Correa 4 gets rid of it to Dan Clark, and Micic commits the foul. Clark.
So we've seen that happen over and over again. Guys, committing a foul, defensive transition. Some guys like to hustle back, some guys like to foul. Interesting to me.
Another winner today was Lithuania, so they seem to have put that opening day defeat on Georgia behind them. They're 3-1. It's in Group B. Big one tonight as well with Italy against Germany. And of course, we'll be watching. I think we've ended up with the best group, Josh.
No question.
I mean,
no question.
This has been the most fun I think that I've had watching Turkey. Even though they're struggling, it's nice to see them. There's Johnson. And good job from Olaseni, and gets it back to Okorafor and gets it back to a 12-point game. And it's been, I would say it's been frustrating watching Great Britain because I see a lot of potential, but there's just that aspect of the game which is very important that they've got to really up their game if they're going to be good. And it's this side of the court. Over to Bogdanovic, and he drifts in and scores easily. And you can say, well, it's Serbia. They're the team that finished runners-up at the Olympics, runners-up at the World Cup 3 years ago, but it's kind of a different Serbia. It's not, they're missing a lot of players, so you can't make excuses. You've gotten this far, you want to make the most of it. Here's Dan Clark, little jump hook. From a scoring standpoint, an offensive standpoint, GB has a lot of weapons. There's no question about it.
Yeah, it's just, again, we need to get back to the basics defensively. Every man has to have pride in guarding his own man, but then also has to understand the team defensive concept of rotating, not giving up easy baskets and uncontested three-point shots.
We've been hugely impressed with Olaseni. He's been their best player. Okorafor's had some good moments. Kyle Johnson's had some good moments. There he is, putting it up, a little short one. The level of competition that you're going to get in certain leagues obviously is higher, and these Serbian players, even though some of them haven't been in the national team, they've been playing at a very high level in clubs like Crvena Zvezda, so they've had a long training camp. They've got effectively 2 NBA players in this team with
Bogdanovic.
Yeah, Kuzmic has played in the NBA.
With the Warriors, got a brief stint.
And Luka Prunty giving an explanation.
He's asking why would that be a shooting foul if he didn't have the ball in his hands. I'm with you there, Joe.
We're in horns for that end.
Otvorit će vas živo. Dodajte još jedan prodor.
So the tournament really, you know, you've got group phase. You've seen it so many times,
Okej,
and you've got the knockout round. And these guys here in the red shirts have been
nemoj da ga
masters at
upotrebimo na pola terena.
knowing when to turn it up a notch. For them, the group phase is all about getting ready, preparing for the knockout round. It's never been about finishing top of the group. That's never been a deterrent for them or prevented them from moving on to great things. And it just so happens this time that they've done well enough to where they might end up finishing first.
Yeah, obviously with the point differential, the potential tie break with Latvia and Russia, as of right now, Serbia does have that advantage. We saw Latvia desperately trying to get another basket or 2 points at the end of that game.
I mean, neither of these teams want to face Spain or Croatia, you would think, in the first knockout round. Talking about Serbia, Latvia, obviously Turkey, but they're going to struggle now. Russia, they would like to avoid Spain. Croatia, you would think. So if you finish in the top two, that'll be the case. You can avoid them. So Bogdanovic goes to the line. And it's going to be interesting watching him, both he and Milos Teodosic go over to the NBA, and they'll both be in California, not that far away.
Not a bad lifestyle.
I've never lived there, but I guess so.
Well, Teodosic, big shoes to fill, obviously, replacing Chris Paul, the point guard position, one of the premier point guards of the world. And Bogdanovic is going to have his work cut out of him as he is joining a loaded backcourt in Sacramento.
Dan Clark turns, his man fell down, but was short. But it really has been a case, the similar situation every single game for Great Britain, with the exception probably of Belgium, where they were on top and in great position. They've been playing catch up, and they've been able to hang around, you know, around double digits, around 10, 12 points, but they just haven't been able to put on the type of pressure defensively you need to really throw a scare into the other team. Makes it short. Ready for spins. Hands it off to Olaseni. He loses it. Now back to Bogdanovic. Final 145. And Guduric, an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Dan Clark for not going after the ball, presumably.
Number 10, Danny Clark picks up his first.
Watch this.
He actually seems to get some of the ball.
It's been a rough call. I mean, he came down hard on the ball. I mean, actually, no, that's a strange call, to be honest.
And again, it's more the action of waving your arm down.
So Guduric will go to the line, take two unsportsmanlike. And Murray is saying it's unbelievable that would be the call because he got the ball. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter because it's a 17-point difference. So you just kind of have to.
So I do believe this loss also officially eliminates GB.
Yep. So it's been a disappointment, but I think we kind of anticipated that when we saw them not able to protect that lead against Belgium. Before that, it was actually looking pretty good for GB, wasn't it? I wonder if that game had not turned out, but obviously ifs and buts.
See
Ended up losing it by 13. Here's Murray. Well, they've got to take the positives out of this EuroBasket campaign, but they also have to learn something from it. And they got to remember that they're going to have to get better and try to get better in a hurry for the World Cup qualifiers. They'll have one more game. They'll play Russia. And that will not get any easier for them. There will be a tough physical team defensively. Ball goes out of bounds. Final minute of the game that has Serbia has been leading comfortably, really. Lucic puts up a three, and the ball goes through the legs of Micic. Johnson for three, hits it.
Makes it a little bit more respectable. Just gonna dribble out the clock here.
So that's going to be it, folks. 82-68. Serbia getting their third win, and they will come back. Fourth win to wrap up first place in the group, and that will be on day 8 when they take on Belgium. That'll be presumably a tougher task. Great Britain fall to 0-4. 82-68, Serbia winning.
Serbia has to be pretty happy with their effort. You know, these statistics slightly misleading. Obviously, GB perfect from the free throw line, hit a couple of threes, but it really came down to just how easily Serbia scored, and then really took care of the ball. Only 7 turnovers for Serbia, and then 10 offensive rebounds to just 3 for GB. So, very dominating kind of effort from Serbia. They coast essentially to a win by 14 points here over GB.
Is this a good game for them to play at this stage of the group? They've remember they opened the win over Latvia. They fell in a really hard game to Russia, and then they came back and they won against Turkey last night in a cauldron-like atmosphere. Those were 3 extremely difficult games. Against Great Britain, it felt like they didn't really change, get out of third gear. They just kind of cruised.
Exactly. I mean, Serbia, like you said, have had 3 tough games so far. Not that many teams in the tournament can say that, but they've faced 3 tough opponents. So as a coach, as a team, you kind of want that a little bit of an easier game where you know you're expected to win. You still have to play. You still got to play the game, definitely. But it's definitely, like we said, a confidence booster for a lot of those other guys on the bench who haven't had a chance to play so much. And then no one got hurt. That's another big part of it. No one got injured.
Well, Olaseni in the end did not get his double-double. He had 13 points to go with his 6 rebounds. So that's tradition was broken for him. You see Bogdanovic continuing to pour in the points for Serbia. So we've got one more game coming your way tonight. We hope that everybody enjoys, and it'll be a good one. Turkey and Belgium. Both teams coming off tough losses in the last game. Belgium falling to Russia in a tough game. And Turkey, obviously, in the last game last night. That was played last. Lost to the Serbia team. Any picks? Who's the favorite in that one?
Well, if Turkey can really bring that pressure, Belgium might get in a little bit of trouble. But we expect both teams to play with desperation. Extremely hard. Eddie Castillo's very confident in the press conference yesterday, guaranteeing that his guys will be ready. So again, we're in for a great one, and Serbia's going to have to win to stay alive.
Okie dokie, so that is it. Joe Prunty in Great Britain, they fall for the 4th time at the EuroBasket, losing 82 to 68. And Serbia just kind of cruising along to their 3rd win in 4 games. They are now in pole position to finish 1st, but they'll have to win one more game to do that, and that will be against Belgium. So thanks for watching, everybody.